Hello everybody out there in YouTube land, and welcome to DC Fans United. So we got some news for you guys on the upcoming Suicide Squad movie. So first thing we want to get out of the way is this is definitely going to be more of a reboot than a sequel. So I mentioned that in one of my previous videos, and I got a little feedback in the comments where people, well, really just one person was saying that it wasn't a reboot, but it definitely is. So I'm going to include a link to my source article here in the description box if you guys want to check that out. So anyways, the new Suicide Squad is looking like it's definitely going to be a reboot, and they've been casting some new people as well as bringing back some people from the previous movie. So the big news is we have John Cena. He's in talks to join the film. So originally they were going to go with the actor from Guardians of the Galaxy, David Bautista, but he decided to pass on the role, which I was actually kind of surprised about because James Gunn's the director, and he always talks about how he's basically in love with James Gunn, and he did everything to get his movie career going. So I was really surprised he passed on the role. I don't know what else he has going on, so I'm really surprised by that. So in any case, in place of him, they're looking at John Cena, which kind of makes sense. He's also a wrestler turned actor. I kind of like his personality better, or at least his persona a little better, though. So I think he'd potentially be good. I know they've been trying to cast him in a DC movie for a while. He could be pretty good, so he would be joining Margot Robbie, of course. She's coming back as Harley. Jai Courtney is going to be playing Boomerang again. Idris Elba is going to be taking the place of Will Smith, so he's going to be the new Deadshot. And if John Cena joins, he would be playing a character called Peacemaker. Most likely, that's what they're thinking about. So I'm not real familiar with Peacemaker, in all honesty. So if you know a bit more about him, let me know down in the comments. Whenever I've read the Suicide Squad comics, and I've actually read a decent amount, at least from New 52 and Rebirth, I don't remember Peacemaker at all, so he seems like kind of an odd choice, but it'll be interesting to see. And I definitely think John Cena would probably fit in a Suicide Squad movie better than many of the other DC movies. Like, kind of seems like a better character to play a comic book role that isn't superpowered necessarily, just as like a big tough guy who can get things done. You know, like I could see him in a G.I. Joe movie or something like that. But in any case, it's definitely something that I'm kind of looking forward to. I'm actually glad they're going to do a reboot instead of a direct sequel, because despite Suicide Squad being watchable and having some good moments and honestly good casting, it's so choppy, and the overall plot has some flaws, to say the least. It's all revolving around Amanda Waller basically making mistakes and then having to cover up her mistake. So in any case, I think a new one could be done a lot better. Now, I'm actually not too happy about James Gunn being cast. I definitely think he's a qualified director, but I also think he kinda deserved to be fired, honestly. Because he was saying some pretty creepy stuff, which I'm not gonna get into here, but if he isn't, you know, if Disney doesn't think he's fit, I'm not really sure why Warner Brothers would. But in any case, he's who we got, so he's definitely competent, and, you know, he makes good movies. Guardians of the Galaxy did really well, and that's kind of what the old Suicide Squad seemed like it was going for in some ways. It was trying to be Suicide Squad from the comics meets Guardians of the Galaxy from the movies. So I think maybe that's why they really wanted James Gunn, because they liked his Guardians of the Galaxy, and they're willing to overlook anything else, which, I don't know. That's their decision. He's probably more likely to make a good Suicide Squad movie than quite a few other directors. It's just gonna, you know, really come down to the script and the editing. The original movie, I think, had a lot more potential. It just got chopped up by the studio. They really chopped it up and did reshoots and all kinds of things. So if they leave it alone, it should do well, and it's definitely got good casting and a lot of money behind it. A lot of it too is probably going to depend on how some of these other DC movies do that are coming out before it. So in any case, we've got a lot of good actors to look forward to in it, and a very competent director. They've got the money behind it, and the last few DC movies have really done a lot better, both critically and somewhat in the box office. I mean, Aquaman just crushed it in the box office, and Shazam's doing well enough. I know it passed 300 million worldwide worldwide, so we'll see how it does by the end of its run. I'm hoping he'll pass at least 500 million, but you never know. He might do like Man of Steel numbers, so that's very respectable, especially for Shazam not being the most well-known character, and coming out between two Marvel movies. That didn't really help it either, I'm sure. I imagine if there wasn't any other superhero fare for this time of year, it would probably do a lot better financially, but that's a topic for another video, so that's all for now. I want to thank you guys for watching, and what would you think of John Cena coming on and playing a role in DC? And if you could have him play anybody, any DC character, who would you have him play? Yeah, let me know down below what you guys think. And as always, thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. Be sure to hit the bell for notifications. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't. And as always, thank you for watching and being a part of DC Fans United.
End of line.